Hey everybody, today we're going to be talking about what you should know about the sound quality on the Sony FS700. Alright, so most of you guys aren't going to be relying on the preamps on your camera. Most of you guys are going to have independent audio recorders if you're in this type of industry with this type of gear. But what happens if you accidentally leave your gear at home, or it breaks while you're out on a job, or so on? Today we're going to take a look at some of the qualities of the preamps that are built into the FS700 and see just how well they hold up when you really rely on them. So what you're hearing right now is actually the sound from the shotgun mic that comes with the Sony FS700. That's mounted right on top of the camera. Now, of course, this isn't ideal mic placement, but if you're in a tight spot and you're on the run and you're shooting and you need some type of sound gear to capture your audio, this is what it's going to sound like. Now, as most of you guys probably guessed, the internal preamps on the camera are not that great. If you're in a tight spot, however, and you just have to have something to capture audio, it will suffice. But you do want to keep in mind that these are not going to be ideal situations if you are in a loud area like an auditorium, or maybe a ceremony like a wedding or a reception or things like that, because it is so easy to clip your audio when you're using the preamps on this camera. Now, one thing you also want to keep in mind is the type of mics that you use and the placement of the mics. We're using the onboard mic that came with the FS700 right now, and that's what you're hearing at the moment, and that it's okay. It's not as good as something like a Rode VideoMic Pro. One thing you do want to keep in mind as well is that if you have a lot of video gear or audio gear, most likely you won't be using the onboard mic that comes with it unless you just simply need scratch audio, if you're like shooting on a glide cam or things like that. Or if you're going to be doing something higher and you're using something like a Rode NTG2 or 3 or 4 or 4 Plus. So there's a lot of different mics that you can use with different placement. Now, what you're hearing right now is actually the Rode NTG2, which is placed just right out of the frame, and it is set up with ideal mic placement. Now, this is running straight into the camera preamps. We're also hooking it straight into a Tascam 70D for clean audio recording, and that is most likely going to give us our best results every time. But if you have proper mic placement and your levels are down just enough and you plug it straight into the camera, if you don't have any other option, you can still get by. It's not terrible, but you still do have to look out for situations where audio is really loud, where in that case you want to bring your levels all the way down as low as possible, because like I said, it's so easy to clip your audio and just destroy everything. The preamps in here, they're good, but they're not great. So of course, this probably isn't any groundbreaking information that you're getting here, but it gives you an idea of just what your capabilities are if you're out on a job and you happen to lose or forget or break some of your gear. It lets you know exactly what your capabilities are with the preamps on the Sony FS700. Well, that's pretty much it for today, guys. Stay tuned for more content revolving around the Sony FS700, and I will see you guys later. Take it easy.